Hey, Mr. David, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So it's been about a week since we last spoke. Just want to follow up with you and see how your week's going and what's been going on this week.
Um, I wouldn't say much changed with the things going on this week. I'd say everything's kind of the same, maybe a little
Hmm.
more elevated this week than last. So
Okay.
with like school, work, I'm currently in an internship and
Hmm.
I just have a lot going on to where it's becoming very overwhelming. And in the past, I've been doing well managing those overwhelming feelings, but I think
Right.
recently they're kind of taking hold of me, and I'm starting to feel it physically.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. So you're saying you had a long week and this has been a lot piling up.
Yeah.
And all right. Well, how do you usually cope when you feel overwhelmed and have a stressful week like this? I know last week you talked about going fishing. Have you been able to use any of your coping skills?
So what I'm finding is I'm kind of losing the interest or the drive to want to do any of that stuff. I feel like
Mm.
I'm so packed tight with a bunch of stuff that when I finally get that free time, I spend it laying down, scrolling through my phone, and not doing things that are productive or better for myself,
Mhm.
which I know I should be doing, but I feel like my mind and body are telling me otherwise.
Yeah, sometimes it's when you're dealing with stressful situations and feel overwhelmed, it's easy to get in that slump, you know.
Hmm.
It's easy to get in that, like, well, I'm tired or I'm feel depressed and I don't feel like getting up. It's easy to get in that mode, but that that's not gonna work well for you. You know that if you were to get out and get some sunshine, to go for a walk, do the fishing you love fishing, maybe say, you know what, like, give yourself some time to rest too. Like you had a long week, it's not wrong to lay down, but give yourself like a little time to say like, okay, I'm gonna give myself 10 minutes. And after that, it's a nice day out. I'm gonna pack my gear, go fishing for a little bit.
Right.
Just to like motivate yourself, like give yourself allow yourself to rest, but then also don't fall into the slump. You
Right.
know.
And I think that's what
Um.
I'm fallen victim to recently. I know
Mhm.
what I should be doing. I know what's better for me, but Um, recently it's been easier to kind of just call it quits and lay down
Right.
and waste
Right.
the
Right.
day away, essentially.
Right. 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 I mean, I got too. When you feel stressed out like that and overburdened and overworked, it's again, it's very easy to just fall into that. I just want to stay in bed all day because you're on your feet all day. You're on your feet. You're running around, taking care of this, taking care of that. You have your internship, you have your job. I totally understand. I hear what you're
Yeah,
saying,
I appreciate it.
but if you can for this week coming up, just let's try to focus on. Again, it's not wrong to rest. It's not wrong to take a break, but just try to give yourself some time to do that, but then also not allow yourself to fall into the slump.
Okay.
And even if it's just like going around the block, that will help elevate your mood tremendously.
All right. Awesome.
You know. So aside from that, though, I just want to ask you a couple questions. Um, is there anything else been going on in your week that you want to talk about?
Um, as of right now, I think that's the majority of it. Other than like the added stress
Hmm.
and anxiousness from my internship, I'm kind of my role is getting a little more important, I guess, and they're
Hmm.
expecting
Hmm.
a little more out of me, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So,
Right, right,
on top of everything I just mentioned, when I go there, it's kind of like I have to shut everything else off and focus
right,
on that internship and work to be my best there. But other than
right,
that,
right.
that's about it.
Okay. Like I said, I know it's stressful. One way you can kind of flip that stress is if you view it in a way of they see your potential. They see how great of a person you are, your great work ethic, which is why they're adding all these things onto your plate. So sometimes with the stress, if you can kind of flip it in a positive light, that might be able to help you alleviate it as well.
Right. Okay. I never looked at it
So
that way.
yeah, so we'll just try that for this coming up week. Um, so during these stressful times, have you ever had thoughts of maybe hurting yourself or hurting others?
No, I wouldn't say I've had thoughts of hurting myself or others. I do feel like like I mentioned earlier, I just get very, very shut off. Like I just
Okay.
I kind of just tone everything out. I think my relationships may be
Hmm.
getting a little bit harmed from my coping skills and my reactions on how I'm
Hmm.
dealing with these things. But
Hmm.
intentional harm to myself or others, no, I don't have those feelings.
Okay, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I am sorry about the part where you say you feel like you're harming your relationships. Like, we don't want to do. We want to try to avoid that. And again, too, sometimes maybe incorporating them into your coping mechanisms. Like, say, if you ask your partner, "Hey, you want to go on a walk with me?" or "Hey, do you want to, just grab something to eat, leave the house, leave the scene." She might also feel, okay, well, he's talking to me, like, and so that might actually help you as well. So that way you're not feeling like, you're stressing yourself out, stressing your partner out as well.
Right.
So maybe we can try that as well this week.
No, absolutely
Um,
give that a shot.
right, right. And lastly, if you ever do come to a point where you feel like you're starting to have thoughts of harming yourself or others, please give me a call. You have my cell phone. If you can't reach me, you have the agency's number. If you can't reach an agency, please don't hesitate to call 911, or just call a family member, family member, friend. Just never just sit alone in the house and have these thoughts and start dwelling on them and let them build up. Like, never do that. So
No,
just
absolutely.
please reach out to somebody.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Hmm.
Maybe you could send me some references maybe that I could reach out to if that's the case one day.
Yes, and also we also have a crisis hotline as well. That I can
Okay.
give you that number as
Okay.
well for that.
Awesome. Awesome.
All
That would
right.
be great. Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Yes, sir. And if there's anything else for you want me to talk about this week,
No, I think we pretty much nailed it all.
all right. Well, we'll talk again next week, and I hope you have a good week and practice those coping mechanisms. Okay.
Will do. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.